Guys, Mike here, head trader at your trading group, and March 22nd I opened up a new swing trade. I am short SMAR for a swing. If you guys follow the channel, a couple days ago I talked about shorting something called an exhaustion gap. That was SMAR. If you missed that video, go back just a couple of videos. It was from Wednesday, I believe, was when I put the trade. Yeah, Wednesday. And we shorted an exhaustion gap on SMAR. So this lesson or this video is really kind of a follow-on continuation to that video. And I'm going to go over a couple, excuse me, two new or two different indicators that or signals that were adding to the conviction of the exhaustion gap up and thinking that we were going to get now a longer term, more deeper pullback in SMAR than the short that I made on this on Wednesday. So just a quick recap. Let me kind of pan this out so we can get back to Wednesday's action. Here was Wednesday's action, guys. I got short right there, okay, at 44 on Wednesday. And my final take profit on this trade was right in here. I'm sorry, the bulk of my position was here, if I recall, and I covered the rest. I was holding on to one last piece, and I covered it there. These were my three take profits on the short from Wednesday. So here's the short on the exhaustion gap. First take profit, second take profit. This is the bulk of my position, so it's like 25%, 50%, 25%. So that's just a quick little update on that action on Wednesday. Now, what I started to notice yesterday on Thursday was that we were starting to put in a very clear support level at Wednesday's lows. Okay, I mean, this is a very, very clear support level that you guys can see here around 44.60, and we held Wednesday's lows on Thursday. Fast forward to today, we had the gap down. And here you guys can see on SMAR, we gapped down below that level. Guys, if you have not seen the exhaustion gap video, I really recommend going back and watching that video first before you continue on with this video, because this is kind of a continuation, to the exhaustion gap up, okay? And talking about catching a trend reversal in a stock that has gone parabolic and has exhausted itself of its momentum. And usually when that happens, you get, a longer term pullback. And when I say longer term, I mean, it's more than just one day of a pullback. You might get 1 or 2 weeks of some consolidation action, some profit taking, and some pullback in the price of that stock. So I would definitely recommend going back and watching that video before you continue on here. So let's kind of zoom this in. We'll get to today's action. Okay, and here on the big gap down, I got short right here at 43.94. Okay, I am short SMAR from 43.94 for a swing trade. Okay, I'm not exiting this position today. It's Friday. We've got about an hour and 20 minutes left. I'm carrying this position overnight. I took some profit off at 43.01 right there. I covered 20% of my position at 43.01, and I still have 80% of this position that I entered at 43.94. Okay, my anticipated hold time on this trade is about a week. Okay, and my target is going to be the high 30s. So we've already fell a couple of points here. Where stock's down 9% on the day. And I think we've got a little bit more to the downside. I want to take you to the daily chart. Let me delete these lines and show you what other signals that I got from this on this stock that kind of gave me the confidence I needed to pull the trigger on that short. Again, the exhaustion gap up, okay, when we gapped up all the way up to here, and you can see we pulled all the way into close, all the way down at the bottom end of that range. Go back and watch that video, because that was the first signal of me trying to get short SMAR. The other thing I want to point out to you is bearish divergence in the MACD indicator and on the RSI indicator. So first and foremost, here is your MACD indicator. Okay, notice that we kind of double topped up here on the MACD indicator. Okay, we are also getting a signal line crossover where we're going to cross down underneath that signal line. Okay, but where the bearish divergence comes into play here is the price of SMAR has continued to move higher rapidly. Okay, and I'll draw this line all the way up to here. Okay, where the MACD flattened out. You can see the MACD flattened out right here in the middle of February and then pulled in. And you can see SMAR exploded through that level. I mean, we were at $37. This thing went all the way up to 49. Well, you can see the value of the MACD topped out. The value of the MACD did not continue higher as the share price continued higher. That's bearish divergence in the MACD indicator, and that was another signal that this could be a top, and we may get a trend reversal that could take us back down into this region, which is my target area. Okay? My next take profit will probably be right around this previous structure of 39. You see these previous highs right here? So that's going to be my next take profit target, where I plan on covering the bulk of my position. And then my final take profit target will be right down there around 36, which is this previous area of support. Okay, so these are my two profit targets for my next planned take covers, and we'll see over the next couple days or a week or two if I get that much of a pullback. Now, there's another signal that I was looking at, and it has to do with the RSI. Okay, let's pull up the RSI indicator. Again, bearish divergence on the RSI. You can see the share price of SMAR continued much, much higher, but the value of the RSI actually went lower. This is bearish divergence. Okay, so now on Wednesday, I identified an exhaustion gap up. Caught that for a day trade. Okay. Then now fast forward 2 days later, I'm identifying bearish divergence in the MACD, bearish divergence in the RSI. We gapped down below the previous support level that was the low of the day for the last 2 days. And I know that I have an exhaustion gap from on Wednesday. All of those things are signals telling me that is a top on SMAR and we're going to get a pullback. Okay? This stock has gone from $24 up to $49 so far in 2019. So in about 2.5 months, you're looking at 24 to 49. Okay, 100% move for SMAR, and I think it's time for a pullback. We're getting a pullback. Stock's has really gotten hit over the last 3 days, down 9%, like I said today. Let me go back to the intraday chart. Okay, and you can see no real bounce attempt today. We just kind of sold off lower, and we're just kind of hanging out down here. No real rally attempt, and we're just trading down here, consolidating at lows. We'll see if we break lower. Even if we don't, even if we rally back up to retest VWAP when we get up here into the afternoon, does not matter. I'm still sticking with this position short, and like I said, my target is the high 90s. I mean the high the high 30s. I can't speak. 39 being kind of my next target area for this trade. All right. So I will update you guys on how this trade unfolds. But short from 43.94, covered 20% of the position at 43.01, and I still am short 80% of the position. Next take profit target 39, final take profit target 36. All right. We'll see what happens. I'll provide updates with you guys next week. Again, I intend on holding this for maybe about a week. All right, maybe a week and a half. Somewhere in there is kind of how long I think it might take this trade to come to fruition. So we'll see. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you all in chat on Monday. Take care.